If you're visiting Shanghai, there's a good chance it's part of a bigger trip to China, in which you might be using the high-speed train to explore other cities. Using the train means you could be in Nanjing or Hongqiao in about an hour, Suzhou 20 minutes, and Beijing in about 4.5 hours. But when you buy tickets, you might be confused by all the different station options in Shanghai. In this video, I'll explain the key stations in the city and how to take the train. Before explaining the different stations, I want to explain some of the different train types first. When you buy your ticket, it will show your train number. This is preceded with a letter which denotes your train type. G stands for Gaotie, and these are the fastest trains in China, travelling up to 350 km an hour. D is for Dongche. These are slightly slower high-speed trains, travelling up to 250 km an hour. C means Chengji, and are high-speed trains operating shorter intercity routes like Shanghai to Suzhou. Z, T and K are all slower, more traditional train types, usually with sleeper cabins travelling through the night. Most cities in China will have more than one train station. Shanghai has over 10 different intercity train stations, with another due to open in 2 years' time next to Pudong Airport. Of these 10 stations, there are 2 that are by far the most utilised: Shanghai Railway Station and Shanghai Hongqiao Railway Station. The third most used is Shanghai South Railway Station, which you might find yourself travelling from if you're going south to cities like Hangzhou or going to the new Jinshan North Station to visit Legoland. Let's start with Hongqiao, Shanghai's main high-speed rail hub. This is where most G trains leave from. Shanghai Hongqiao Railway Station is enormous. It opened in 2010 alongside the Beijing-Shanghai high-speed rail, and today it's one of the busiest stations in all of Asia, handling over 60 million passengers a year. The entire station complex covers over 1.3 million square metres. It's connected directly to Hongqiao Airport and has 3 metro lines. The airport and the train station together form a huge transport hub, and the easiest way to get there from the city centre are lines 2 and 10. From Jing'an Temple, it takes around 25 minutes and costs 5 RMB. Line 2 and 10 have some of the most frequent metro trains in the city and arrive every 2 to 3 minutes. Don't expect to get a seat, but there should be enough space for you and a big suitcase. Just avoid travelling during the morning and evening rush hours. You'll want to leave plenty of time. With the station being so big, it can easily take 45 minutes to get from the door of the metro train to the door of the high-speed train. Taking the train in China is a very different experience to taking the train in Europe. The metro station is in the lower levels of the Hongqiao railway station, meaning you'll need to use an escalator to travel up to the ticket gates on level 2. It's well signposted and there are many escalators to avoid carrying suitcases. When you reach the station entrance, the first task is for your ticket to be checked. Only people with tickets can enter the platforms and station area. There are no paper tickets and all tickets are linked digitally to your passport. Find a manual check lane for a member of staff to check your passport and ticket. To buy your tickets, you can use the official 12306 train app. My preference is to use the trip.com app. After your ticket is checked, there is a security check. This can be hit and miss in China. Sometimes they are quite relaxed, and other times they've confiscated even small bottles of body deodorant. Inside the station, there are a number of restaurants and some Western options too, including McDonald's, KFC and Starbucks. Most of these are on the upper mezzanine level. Take the time to head up the escalator and take a photo of the station. A photo of the big station crowds from the upper mezzanine level is an iconic Shanghai transport photo. As with most modern high-speed train stations in China, Shanghai Hongqiao has gates either side of the station in the main waiting area. Your ticket says which gate you can enter the platform from. You'll not be able to enter the platform from another gate. Above the gate is a list of trains, and when it is your turn, your train number will turn green. That means it's time to check your ticket and move to the platform. Then it'll turn red, which means final boarding. The barriers at the ticket gate can read passports. Just hold your passport face down. The machine reads your passport details and links it to your digital ticket. Don't be worried if it doesn't work. The technology is relatively complex and sometimes it doesn't work first time. Just find a member of staff standing at the barriers who will understand the problem and help. Once past the barrier, an escalator will take you down to the platform. You'll only be allowed down the platform around 10 to 15 minutes before the train arrives. Try and get a shot of the very sleek, high-speed train pulling into the station. Also, take the time to read the signs on the floor, which denote which carriage will stop where, although don't worry too much about being positioned correctly. There will be time to find your carriage once the train pulls in. That's it! You're on the train and off to another city in China, covering one of the largest countries on Earth in a matter of hours. The second most utilised station in Shanghai is the more traditional Shanghai railway station. This was originally the busiest before the building of the Hongqiao station. This station is located in the Jing'an district and is slightly north of the city centre. It was opened in 1908 but has been rebuilt and expanded several times. Whilst many G and D trains also leave from this railway station, you are also likely to find more traditional slower trains, such as the K and T trains. The station is served by metro lines 1, 3 and 4, and it is slightly closer to the city, needing only 15 to 20 minutes to reach. Being a more traditional station, it looks very different to Hongqiao. However, it operates in much the same way. The station has a north and south square. If you're arriving from line 1, you'll arrive closer to the south square, and 3 and 4 the north square. It doesn't matter which side you enter from, and I often find the north square slightly quieter. You can walk between the two sides of the station after passing ticket and security checks, or by using an underground shopping street without a ticket. Once you enter the station, you'll pass through a passport check in exactly the same way as the Hongqiao station, and then straight onto the security check. Once through these checks, you'll see a big board listing all the trains, but unlike Hongqiao, each train has a different waiting area rather than gates. These are rooms before the gate for you to wait, although you are free to wait wherever you like in the station. The choice of shops and restaurants is not as good as Hongqiao, but is sufficient, with a family mart in the north side of the station. I'd recommend waiting in a quieter area for a more peaceful experience if you have a long time to wait. The seats near the North Square and Family Mart are often the quietest. When it's time to board, just like Hongqiao station, the machines at the barriers will read your passport and it's time to head down to the platform. Personally, if I have the choice, I prefer to ride the train from Hongqiao railway station. Although it takes a little longer to walk with it being so big, the experience is usually calmer and there's a better choice of restaurants. Shanghai railway station presents a more nostalgic experience, but I just want to make myself feel calm and comfortable before a long train journey in China. Taking the train in China is incredibly easy. It's very achievable to visit Nanjing or Suzhou for a day trip and return to your hotel in Shanghai the same day. The high-speed trains have become symbols themselves of China's development and are a fantastic experience. If you have any questions about trains in China or would like to share your itinerary ideas, please comment down below.